Hey, you guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. Tonight, actually, it's kind of late right now. I was actually about to lay it down, but I came across another video, okay? And I love sharing these videos with you guys. I love giving my commentary. I would love to hear your commentary. Leave some comments and let me know what you think about this. But we have a new update for the guy who was who attended Zoom court for driving without a license, and he was driving when he came to court. Okay, so most of you guys have heard of this case. It's been going viral for about a week or so, and there have been updates. So now we have a new update that I cannot wait to share with you guys, okay? Mr. Harris got arrested again, okay? He did the first case that we all saw. So let me remind you. So let me pull it up. Let me share my screen. And when you guys see me looking down, I'm maneuvering my computer, okay? So I can pull up the screen share, pull up the videos that I need to share with you guys. I am my own engineer, my own producer. I don't have a guy in the back that I can yell to and say, "Hey, can you pull up this video on the guy who went viral for showing up to court for driving on Zoom?" No, I'm that guy. So let me pull it up just to remind you guys who and what we are talking about, okay? And then, so this is the first scenario. So let me make sure I'm actually sharing it. Let's see. All right, here we go. Mr. Harris. So this, I may not play the whole clip because YouTube be on me about sharing clips. It's crazy because I see a lot of people sharing clips and giving their commentary, and YouTube is okay with it. They don't demonetize them, they don't copyright strike them. But me, I've been demonetized and I've had a copyright strike, so I gotta play it safe. So I may play a little bit of the video just to give you guys a little reminder. So here we go. Hold up, let me get it. Hold on, let me pause it. Let me pause it because I don't think you guys can see what I see. So let's try again. I'm gonna put Mr. Harris kind of big and sharing the screen. I don't see it. So when I'm looking directly at the screen, I'm looking at my monitor to see if I should be able to see what you guys see. And I don't see the video. I heard it, but I didn't see it. So what's up? Where's the video? And y'all, like I said, I was just about to go to bed, so I am tired. I am tired, but I wanted to share this update with you guys because Mr. Harris got in trouble the first time. Oh, I know where I messed up. Okay, and y'all bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. We gonna get it together. Okay, here we go. Okay, so share, and then let's put it on the screen. Okay. Okay, boom. There you go. Why am I right there? I should be somewhere else. But okay, you see me. Hi. And you see the video. Okay, so let's play the video now. So this is the original one that went viral when he showed up to court. He was driving on Zoom, and the judge ends up telling him, "Mr. Harris, you're here for a driving on a suspended license, and you are driving right now. So you gonna have to turn yourself in at 6 o'clock tonight." Okay, let's watch.
Hey, You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Oh,
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
oh.
Okay, I'm gonna stop because, like I said, YouTube will demonetize and copyright strike. Now, I'm gonna do another video because I worked hard to get monetized. They sent me one little funky little $200 check, and then they demonetized me the very next month. And they demonetized me for 3 months. That was press okay. So the 3 months is up. So this is what happened. I'm gonna do a video on it. Scratch that, because I got so much to talk about. I just be wanting to get it all out, but I'm gonna talk about that because the demonetization is something that a lot of channels go through, and but we'll do that probably tomorrow or something like that. Okay, so you just saw Mr. Harris. That was the first video where he went viral, and so then a couple days later, probably the next day or whatever, Mr. Harris, he was very embarrassed about what happened. So he's been doing interviews saying how it was all a mistake, that his license was not suspended. That the judge in Michigan had actually reinstated his license in 2022, but somebody dropped the ball and it actually did not get reinstated like it was supposed to be. So then we saw videos saying, oh, we owe Mr. Harris an apology. So I'm not going to share the actual video. I'll just share the titles of these videos. So let me screen share here. We all owe him an apology. And I told you I'm my own engineer, my own producer, so it takes me a minute. It takes me a minute to get these things together. So let me put that on the screen. And there's a little delay because I see it on this screen, but not on that one yet. There we go. So these are some YouTube videos where they're saying, we all owe him an apology. We all owe Corey Harris an apology. Oh, his name is Corey. I think I've been calling him Calvin. He looks like a Calvin. But updates, we owe him an apology. So everybody has backtracked, right? So I was like, oh shit, Mr. Harris, his license wasn't suspended and this whole thing has gone viral for no reason. And actually there's a news report, I might need to share that. A news report that's saying, apologizing to Mr. Harris, basically. I had it pulled up here, but I can't find it right now. And I'm going to just let that go. But here is the update. The update is Mr. Harris ended up spending 2 days in jail. 2 days in jail for that driving on a suspended. He goes back to court in person this time and ends up getting arrested again. Now, the next court session was actually about 27 minutes long, so I'm definitely not going to share that. But hold on, let me pause this. Let me end the share. We're gonna stop the share and we'll just get me back up on the screen. So okay. So I watched the whole thing earlier. I'm not gonna share it here, but basically what happened is the Judge Simpson, I think his name is Judge Cedric Simpson, and he did not like what happened after the viral moment. He did not like that Mr. Harris basically blamed the court, not his court, not Mr. Judge Simpson's court. He blamed the court in Michigan for not reinstating his license as they were supposed to. So the judge went on, he actually asked Mr. Harris's lawyer to go ahead and give her defense. And before she could say a word, he was like, okay, let me just interrupt you first and say blah, 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 which is, and I said blah, 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 because he went on forever, but I'm going to summarize it. Basically, he does not agree that the license was supposed to be reinstated, like Mr. Harris said. The judge says Mr. Harris never had a license. Okay, he never had a driver's license anywhere. And he says specifically in Michigan, you can only have an ID or a license. You cannot have both. So he says that every year Mr. Harris goes and renews his ID, but he doesn't renew his driver's license, proving that he knows he does not have a driver's license to renew. Otherwise, he'd be renewing that every year. I'm glad I don't live in Michigan, first of all. Who the hell wants to go to the DMV, well, from where I'm from, the Department of Motor Vehicles, to renew your license? In Michigan, it sounds like you got to go to the damn courthouse to renew your license, because the judge gives a big old shocker moment where he's like, do you know, he's asking Mr. Harris's lawyer, do you know where Mr. Harris was on December 28th, 2023? And so they're like, no, I don't. So Mr. Harris has been claiming that he was ill and has not been able to get to the courthouse to take care of this driver's license situation. But the judge says, well, actually, you were in the courthouse on December 28th, 2023, because you got your ID and I have proof. And the judge, he throw that out there like he's just throwing out receipts. The judge was just full of receipts. And like I said, the judge went on for, it seemed like 10, 15 minutes, giving all of his receipts. He had did his research. He had lined it up that Mr. Harris never had a license anywhere, especially in Michigan. And he knows it because he's renewed his ID every year in Michigan and never even attempted to renew his license because he knew he didn't have one. Okay, so then then he lets the lawyer speak. So Mr. Harris's lawyer, which is a black female lawyer, she is like, okay, I'll wait. I'll speak last, right? So then the prosecution, I guess that's what it's called in these matters, the prosecuting attorney had a lot to say, which was basically the same thing that the judge had just said. Everything the judge said helped the prosecution's case. So he basically just ran it back. And so then Mr. Harris's attorney spoke, and she's like, we basically we know he messed up in the past. We're here today to move forward and to get things straight. I know that this court is fair, and that the goal is to help people get their license, and Mr. Harris is willing to do what it takes to go ahead and get his license reinstated. And so we're not going to look at what was not done in the past. And she had to bring up that Mr. Harris is not the reason that he did not make this video go viral. He did respond to some things about the video, but he is not the one that made it go viral. He is not the one that made this a whole issue, which is what the judge implicated at the beginning. But the judge wasn't trying to hear that. The judge was like, yeah, no, it is Mr. Harris that made this a big old deal. And the judge was ready for Mr. Harris to he didn't like the slander on the court. It was clear the judge did not like the slander on the court. So then the prosecuting attorney makes another statement, and he mentions Mr. Allen. So then the other attorney, the female, Mr. Harris's attorney, is like, who is Mr. Allen? So the judge says, Mr. Allen is my bailiff. And the judge goes on to say, you may not be aware of this, but your client has a warrant out for his arrest. And while the judge is saying this, the bailiff is walking over and going to stand behind Mr. Harris. Okay. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell? He has a warrant for driving on a suspended license. So we are going to take him in custody right now. Bail would be set at $500. First he says $500, then it seems like he takes it back and is like, maybe I'll change that. But he tells the lawyer, like, if Mr. Harris is still in jail in the morning, then we will review the bond that is set. And I'm like, oh my God, he got to go back to jail. Okay, and even before the judge got to that part, Mr. Harris had a little episode where he like put his head down on the desk and like he couldn't stand up anymore. And so his lawyer asked, could he have a seat, because he was in an accident recently. So the judge was like, yeah, fine, go ahead and have a seat. And so his lawyer is trying to explain, this is real. He really did have an accident recently. He's really in pain. He really can't stand for long. And the judge is like, yeah, no problem. I'm not disputing that. I have no problems about that. Right after that, the judge drops this hammer with Mr. Harris is going to be arrested for a warrant, an open warrant that he has for driving on a suspended license. And they haul Mr. Harris's limping ass out there. I don't mean to bag, but he was limping, I guess, from the accident. And it was just, I literally had, my mouth was just hanging open. Like, what the hell just happened? He actually showed up in court and got arrested again. So that's my update. I just wanted to share that information. You guys go on and find the videos. I will put the links of the videos that I have if you like, or if I can, I should say, because this is live and I don't know what I can do after this live ends. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you next video. All right, Nicole, let's shut this down.